Hey, it's your biggest fan here, Dan51. What am I bringing to you? I'm bringing to you Weapons of Mass Destruction, WMD. I'm using the Galil. I get, I think, a 28 to 3 score in TDM. Not bad. I think about an average. So here's gameplay for you guys. Enjoy the gameplay in the background. It's really decent. What I actually want to talk about is I don't understand what recently I've been hearing like people complaining about stuff and like really hating on stuff and. I shouldn't say stuff, but it is, they are, and instead of just letting it die and say, oh yeah, I hate it, whatever, and letting it die, they grow like a fan base almost for hating it, and grow like publicity, let's say, and then once they've grown publicity, what they actually hated has now gotten bigger, and so big that it's almost like they're the cause of what they hated, and therefore contradicting themselves. And just to give you an example, on Twitter actually, there was one, something was trending. I think it was like Nazis are better than Justin Bieber. I thought that was funny. For a while. But then, if you guys don't know, trending is like when loads and loads of people, or vast majority, are tweeting, or tweeting one word basically, or a sentence or something like that, and then it becomes trending. So other people around the world, around the UK, around France, you know, it could be basically anywhere. But it was trending, I think, around the world briefly, and I thought, well, yeah, it's funny. But when I clicked on it, it was actually all like, because when you click on what's trending, you see like you see everyone who's ever mentioned it in like the past like 24 hours or whatever. But when I clicked on it, all it was like Justin Bieber fans or believers or whatever they want to call themselves, like just saying how wrong it was that was trending. And to me, I said, okay, hang on a minute. If you don't want Nazis are better than Justin Bieber to trend, you should not mention that on Twitter for one. Like, especially when it's obvious that you're a Justin Bieber like lunatic who changes their name to Justin Bieber, or somehow incorporates their name and changes their profile picture to someone like Justin Bieber. Because if they were to do it to someone who wasn't a celebrity, that would be classed as anyway. No, I shouldn't even get into that. That will be for like a different video. But basically, like loads of Justin Bieber fans just pouring in hate about how it's disgusting that it's trending. But if they're mentioning it in their tweets, then it is trending. So in a way, they're helping it trend, but they don't want it to trend. And it's sort of like, well, if you're helping it trend but you don't want it to trend, that's a typical contradiction of yourself. And for me, this is just an example, by the way, that this whole Twitter thing, but it did actually happen. And for me, I'm thinking, well, if you don't want something to trend, don't mention it, don't talk about it. You can say that you don't like something, but then I'm not saying that you should be limited to what you tweet. But I am saying that if you want to contradict yourself, if you want to complain, if you want to say false information, that's fine. But don't act like you're not the source of the problem anymore, because once you are, you should basically hate yourself for doing that. And obviously that leads on to other suicidal thoughts and whatnot, but I think we should stop it at there. But that's what I think. And this just doesn't happen on Twitter. This happens at schools, it happens in the household, it happens on the phone, it happens basically anyway, especially on COD actually. Like, it's so weird how people say, oh yeah, that guy killed me, that's because of lag. Your host, kind of, you know, like, there's just loads of examples where I feel like people seem to hate things, but instead of just hating it and dropping it, you know, or finding a solution before complaining about it and then fixing that, you know, they just seem to hate it, gain publicity, and then, you know, they're the reason that it's gaining publicity. Because remember, back to this example about Twitter, there was actually a guy, I don't know if it was a guy or a girl, but it was this person who said, oh yeah, it's disgusting how people are saying that Nazis are better than Justin Bieber, and you know, there was other comments saying, oh, how immature, someone must have started this. But then the person who said that it's disgusting for this to be trending had like 50 plus retweets, which means that other people have clicked it and they've retweeted it through you, in case you didn't know the Twitter term. So basically, if you were to retweet something I said, it would appear on your wall and everyone else who's following you on Twitter. So that's how things get trendy, when people decide that, oh yeah, she's right, people shouldn't say that, blah blah blah. And to me, that's just annoying, because it is a difficult contradiction. And recently I've actually approached someone who's done that on Twitter, and they're like, oh, I don't care, or you're being immature. And you know, maturity or the age is often a factor that people like to attack, but I tried to explain to them that myself and I'm just Am I the immature one when I have a picture of Justin Bieber as my profile picture, incorporated his name somehow into my Twitter username, and post tweets about and constantly asking for a retweet by Justin Bieber? Which to me, you know, what do you get if you get a retweet from a celebrity? It brings nothing. But I think I'm jumping onto Twitter too much. I think I'm hating it a bit too much because the game's going to wrap up soon. The main point is, if you don't like something, don't try and like build like a massive fan base population around it. Just let it go and find a solution. There are other options clearly than to complain about it, tell other people you hate it, and then, you know, end up basically making it big and it being your fault. It's sort of like the Justin Bieber baby situation. You know, people complained about it, they don't like him, but they didn't like him, they disliked the video, made fun of it, and he's big. Anyways, that's the gameplay wrapped up, and I think I got 25 or 26 to 3, which isn't bad. So it's been your biggest fan here, Dan51. Bye.